Live, local, on 77 WABC, where New York comes to talk.
Now back to HouseSmarts Radio with Lou Manfredini on 77 WABC.
Amy, what you wanna do?
Thank you, Amy. 7:38 in the morning. You're listening to HouseSmarts Radio on 77 WABC. Our phone number is 800-848-WABC, 800-848-9222. Before we get back to your phone calls, though, I want to talk to you about that room in your house that is never cool enough or never warm enough. And, you know, you've been messing around with some stuff that just doesn't make a lot of sense. And you're like, gosh, I wish there was a super solution to all of this. Joining me on the phone line right now is Andy Armstrong. He is the vice president at Fujitsu General America. And he's a 30-year HVAC veteran. Andy, good morning. Thanks for joining us on HouseSmarts Radio.
It's great to be with you, Lou. Thanks for having us.
All right, Andy, 30 years ago, there was no such thing to the general public of what we're going to talk about that Fujitsu makes. With traditional systems, if people wanted to cool a space that they didn't have proper HVAC, they put a window air conditioning unit in or, come up with some other solution. Talk to me a little bit about what these split systems are and what they can do.
Absolutely. The mini split is a great solution to get BTUs right where you need them. And we talk about BTUs, British thermal units, and any boiler, furnace, air conditioner, heat pump is all about moving BTUs to the right place where you need them. And nothing does it better than a mini split air conditioner. Fujitsu's been doing it for several years now. For over 60 years we've been using this technology. And if you have that attic space that's been refinished, or a sunroom, or even a garage, or just a spot that has never really worked properly because the ductwork wasn't designed properly, a mini split is a great way to get those BTUs exactly where you need them, make yourself comfortable, give you control in that space that's not tied to the rest of your home. So it makes it very, very easy, very, very comfortable, and can be done with basically a 3-inch hole in your wall. Not too invasive and taking up a lot of massive construction in the house.
It's about 30 years ago that I remember working on a project. We were renovating a house and did a big attic addition, and the challenge was to heat and cool. That's it. Well, actually, the challenge there was to cool the place because the house at the time had radiator heat that we had extended. And I believe, if my memory serves me right, the very first unit, the split system that I ever heard of as a builder, was the Mr. Slim unit by Fujitsu. Now, am I right? Was Fujitsu the kind of the inventor of this, or the first one that came to market at least?
We were right in the beginning. There were two brands that came to this country first, and one was Fujitsu, the other was Mitsubishi, and both have been very very aggressive in bringing the products to this market.
And for the longest time, those two brands, and Fujitsu, I know as well, were the only ones. Nobody was really playing around in this, and so it seems to me that over the years they've probably done the best thing to kind of tweak the technology to make it even better.
Yeah, there's been a lot of work done, and especially in this country, the technology's been used in the rest of the world for years. In this country, we've really come to tweak the product to make it better for heating. So in markets like New York and Chicago, where we have significant heating loads, we've gotten a lot better not only at heating to a much lower temperature, but also getting a lot more heat out of the air at those low temperatures. So we can heat and cool entire homes now just with this technology, and not need a boiler or a gas furnace. We can do it all electric and do it very cost effectively.
Do me a favor, paint the picture for our listeners, because I'm very familiar with these systems. You talk about the 3-inch hole. Talk to people about give them an example of a space, this head, that you can put on the wall or whatever, and that pipe, and how an installation may go.
Absolutely. Be happy to, Lou. Essentially what you're doing is you're putting one small unit outside, which is very quiet, and then you will run electricity to that unit, and it will power the indoor unit. So running from the indoor to the outdoor, you have one basically packet of pipes, refrigerant lines, 2 refrigerant lines, an electrical, and a control wire. All that is bundled into one little tube. It goes inside your house through that 3-inch wall, connects to that unit on the wall, Or now the technology has several different places to put that unit. It can either go on the wall, which is the traditional way that we think of mini splits. We also have the ability to put it on a floor unit. We can put it on the ceiling or even in the ceiling in a cassette, or we now have technology that allows us to put it in a unit up in your attic and just run ductwork to that one room or maybe two rooms that have that problem. So we have multiple ways we can bring that air to that space for you and keep you very comfortable.
That cassette or head that you talk about, describe about how big that is.
That's about 2 foot by 2 foot. So it would just sit up in your ceiling space. Think about a ceiling grid, like you have a hung ceiling.
But it's not that thick, right? I mean, it might be 2 foot by 2 foot, but you're maybe not even 6 inches deep?
They vary in size depending on the capacity. The bigger the unit, the deeper they get, but they are pretty thin. So the ones that hang on the ceiling that are extended down into the ceiling, they're about 6 or 8 inches. The
Right.
ones that go up into the ceiling are a little deeper.
Got it.
So
And then
some of them mount flush on the ceiling.
And when you talk about these Fujitsu systems, I know that obviously sizing is important because depending on how big the units are, it has the ability to cool and heat more efficiently. But what are we talking about, like a starting point for a unit like this? These are professionally installed units. What are we talking about from a kind of a ballpark? I'm not going to hold you to any pricing, but people are like, gosh, I got this living room or I've got this room edition that I'm always boiling hot. We have way too many windows in here, and I want to sit out here and watch the game, and I just can't.
Yeah, it varies dramatically, as you know. In contracting, there's always surprises, so we don't like to put too much in the way of numbers. But certainly, $2,000 to $3,000 for those entry-level products, all the way up to whole home solutions, which
Right.
is more expensive, of course. But,
Of course.
But there's a very inexpensive way to get cooling to that space and have complete control and get that good night's sleep you haven't for a while, because that master bedroom has been too hot.
Yeah, right. Andy, give me a website or a place people can learn more about the Fujitsu systems.
Absolutely. The best one to go to is constantcomfort.com, all one word. And at Constant Comfort, you can go in and put your zip code in, and you'll be able to find a contractor to come out and give you a price and help you get going very quickly. The other option is to call us at 888-888-3424. Again, 888-888-3424. And we'll be able to help you there as well and get
That's
you guided
awesome.
to the right place.
ConstantComfort.com.
That is correct.
That's a good one. Some PR person really thought that one through. I like that. ConstantComfort.com to find out more about the Fujitsu systems to help you stay more comfortable in your home. Andy Armstrong is a vice president over at Fujitsu General America. Andy, thanks so much for waking up with us this morning, explaining a little bit about these systems, which are awesome, and I wish you continued success.
Thank you very much, Lou. Great to be with you.
Take care. You're listening to Lou Manfredini on House Smarts Radio. Our phone number is 800-848-WABC. 848